Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing a full face of first impressions, so I'm only going to be using new makeup products. Not only are these new makeup products, all of the things that I have are from brands that I haven't tried before, so it's new brands as well. A lot of this I got for Christmas, so if you've seen my Christmas haul video then you would have seen some of it, but some of the other stuff I bought for myself or I've just got in the past month or so. So the first thing I'm going to do is primer. So I actually have two new primers to try. One of them came in this set that I got. Pretty much the first week of the new year, I went away on a trip with some family friends, which is why my first video of the year had to be delayed, unfortunately. Sorry about that. But the reception in the villa we were staying at was horrendous, like the entire 3 days we were there. But whilst we were away on that trip, we exchanged Christmas presents with these family friends and they got me a Benefit set. It's essentially all of Benefit's most viral products, but mini versions of them. And I've never tried anything from Benefit, so I'm really looking forward to trying these. But yeah, you wouldn't have seen this yet because I got this after my Christmas haul was posted. But in this set, the first primer is the Benefit Professional Primer. It's just supposed to have a smoothing effect on pores, which is actually what the second primer I have is supposed to do as well. I bought this for myself when I was in town shopping with one of my friends. It's the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I tried it in the shop and the tester, when I used it on the back of my hand, it was so smooth. And I'd seen loads of good reviews, so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to get it for myself. I'm just going to use one on either side of my face. Also, if you're not familiar with my room setup, my vanity is right here, so I'm looking at my mirror. So if you're wondering why I'm looking away from the camera, that's where I'm looking. I'm gonna try the Professional Primer first. Right, so this looks really thick. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna use this on the left side of my face, so the right side for you. Oh my gosh. My skin feels like baby skin. Oh my gosh, it smells good. I actually really like that. Well, it's definitely made my face really smooth. I don't know whether it looks any smoother. Definitely feels it. I quite like that. And then the next one, the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I think they do these in it's 3 other types. They've got one which is green, which is for reducing redness. I can't even get this out of the box. And then the other one is their Luminous Putty Primer, I think. There we go, Poreless Putty Primer. I don't want to ruin it. It just looks so smooth. I don't want to dig my nails into it. Actually, it's a really similar colour and consistency to the other one. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, that smells nice as well. I'd say this one's a bit thicker. I think I preferred the Benefit one because although this does pretty much the same thing, it's almost kind of hard to rub in because it is so thick, whereas this one's slightly more of like a cream rather than a putty. And I know this is a putty primer, so it's going to have that sort of consistency. I'm just not sure if I personally like that or not. But hey, I didn't even have a primer before today. I had this primer spray, which is what I have been using. But now I actually have 2 primers, both of which I like. And although I don't see like a huge difference just by looking at my face now, they feel like my skin feels so smooth. Alright, moving on to concealer. I'm not using foundation. I don't have a new foundation to try because I just don't use it anyway. So we're moving straight on to concealer. Yet again from e.l.f. I know I said at the start there was a bit of a pattern with the brands. Benefit and e.l.f. are the 2 main ones. But the concealer I got is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I've seen loads and loads of reviews on social media and YouTube as well of this concealer and other products from e.l.f. as well. But I have really dry skin and sometimes concealer creases on my face just because my skin's dry, but because this is hydrating, I'm hoping I won't have the same problem. Oh my gosh! The applicator is massive. My concealer that I'm currently using, the MUA one, the applicator's tiny. Look at the difference! Like seriously. I'm nearly out of this though, which is why I bought the e.l.f. one, because I knew I was going to run out of this very quickly. Probably is perfect for under the eyes though. Whoa, that's a lot of product. I'm hoping it's the right colour. I did a shade match in the shop obviously, but it's hard to be 100% accurate. There we go. Right, I know I look a little crazy, but I've just put some under my eyes and then on places where I've got a bit of redness today. But I actually think having a bigger applicator makes it easier to put on. I'm going to blend it out and see what it looks like, and fingers crossed it doesn't crease, and it's the right colour. It looks fine now looking at it. Oh, also, if anyone's wondering, it's marketed as a full coverage, crease resistant concealer. Okay, I think I used a bit too much product. Whoa, a little goes a long way. But look at that. That's entirely covered it. This, wow. And it's the right colour. That was the main thing, as I didn't want it to be too light or too dark, but it's definitely the right colour, which is good. Yeah, I put literally 1 dot on each red spot when I really didn't need that much because it's so thick. I really like it though. It would last forever because it's so full coverage and you don't need that much of it. Okay, overall I like it. It's definitely much more full coverage than I expected, and the colour's right. That's perfect. I'm glad I got the right colour. That's literally my exact shade. Okay, next thing is cream blush. That's the only other cream product I have before we moved on to powdered stuff. But I'm so happy about this. I've got a little mini Benetint to try. This is just the original one. I think they have multiple ones now, but it's a lip and cheek tint. Now, I'm pretty sure this is going to be really pigmented, and it's a tint, so I can't exactly rub it off. So I'm not going to use very much to begin with. Should I just use my fingers? Yeah, I'm just going to use my fingers. I'm just going to do 3 dots. Oh no, that's not too bad. That's actually really pretty. It's really natural, and I think I could even do with using a little bit more. I expected it to be really, really dark. That's just because it looks so dark in the little bottle. But it's actually not too pigmented that I look like a clown. I'm going to try blending it with a brush as well. See if it works. Yeah, it works really well with a brush actually. That's actually so pretty. I love that colour. Whoa, that's so cute. And like the rest of the stuff, I haven't used very much of it either, so that'd probably last me quite a while, even though it's just a tester. Oh, actually, yeah, I'm going to try it on my lips as well. That is so pretty. It matches my top perfectly. Cool, I love that. No, but seriously though, that's so pretty. Okay, the next thing, now that we've finished with cream products, moving on to powder. I actually didn't have a new powder to try, but for Christmas I put together this kit for my sister, and I just put a bunch of starter products in there for her. And one of the things was this powder. It's from Natural Collection, but it's just their matte pressed powder. This is in the colour Neutral, which is my sister's colour, but it should be okay for me too. I thought I'd like to try it, so it isn't mine, it's my sister's, but she's letting me borrow it for this video. I'm just going to use my powder brush. And I'm not going to put this anywhere near where I've put the cream blush, but I'll just put it like under my eyes, on my chin, and on my forehead where I put the concealer. It's smoothing, that's for sure. I don't really know how much you can say about a powder, to be honest. I've never had a powder that's bad, apart from one that was literally bright orange. And I had a completely different colour on my face than my neck, which we just don't talk about. I was like 12, so it's fine. But yeah, I don't really know what else I can say about powder. Alright, moving on to powdered blush and powdered bronzer. So, in the benefit set, as you would have seen, there's 2 powdered products that are actually in the box. So there's the Hoola bronzer and the Willa Willa blush. So I'm going to use the Hoola bronzer first. I don't remember the last time I bought myself a bronzer. I have a Primark bronzer, which I think I bought in year 7, and I'm in year 12 now, so that is so old. I should not be putting that on my face. But it's the only bronzer that I own, so if I ever want bronzer, it's what I end up using. So now I have a new one that's much better for my skin. I'm not putting something that's like 5 years old on my face, but I don't know how pigmented it's going to be, so I'm only going to use a little bit to begin with. Am I the only person that applies bronzer like this? Like, I just make fish lips and then go down my cheekbones. It's how my mum taught me to do it. But I always feel really stupid doing it. You know what? It's really subtle, but I really don't like it when people have super sharp lines. So I think that's perfect for me. It's not the most pigmented thing, but I think it's easily buildable. Like, yeah, look at that. You can make it darker quite easily. I'm just going to put a little bit on my forehead as well. And then I also put a tiny bit when I do use bronzer on my jawline like that. And then that's bronzer done. I really like that. It's a perfect colour. Yeah, not the most pigmented. I don't know. I expected it to be a lot darker. I think sometimes I can be quite heavy-handed. Whoa! Sometimes I can be quite heavy-handed with my old bronzer, and I look ridiculous because that's so pigmented. So I think I was a bit surprised because this one isn't as pigmented. It's more natural looking, which is perfect because that's what I usually go for anyway. But yeah, I really like that. I'm now just going to do the exact same thing on the other side, and then we can move on to blush. Genuinely, that's the perfect base. I've already got so much colour from the Benetint that I don't really need to use a powdered blush, but it is slightly shimmery, so I think it'll be nice to have a little bit of a glow. But I'm going to use just the tiniest bit of this blush, and hopefully, I don't want to make myself too red, but I also want to try this as well. Right, use a little bit. Ooh. Yeah, it has actually got quite a bit of a shine to it. I like that actually. Oh, that's so pretty. Yeah, I think with all of these products, I wouldn't use all of them together for like school, for instance, because I look like I've got a full face of makeup on right now. And personally, I just think I'd do something a little bit more natural for like an everyday basis. But that is so pretty. I really like them as a combination actually. This with the powdered blush, which I found like throughout the summer especially, I did a lot like cream and powder blush together. Everything's been a success so far. That's great. Okay, next for highlighter. I got 2 highlighters for Christmas. One of them is the Lisa Armstrong highlighter in the colour Sparkle and Pink. And then I've also got this Miss Beauty highlighter, which is more of a champagne colour. But I think I'm going to use the Lisa Armstrong one as a highlighter and this one as an eyeshadow, because I don't have any new eyeshadows to try. I'm not really an eyeshadow person, to be honest, but for the purpose of this video, I'm going to use it as an eyeshadow just so that I can test the colour. But the Lisa Armstrong highlighter is like a, yeah, it is a rosy pink. And I'm just going to use my fan brush and just apply a tiny bit of product on the high points of my face. I haven't used highlighter, like a powdered highlighter, sorry, in so long. I have been using the Glossier Halo Scope, which is a cream highlighter stick. And before that, I was never really into powdered highlighters just because all of the ones that I had found and used in the past were just so like thick and chunky. Like the glitter bits were really chunky and I just didn't like how it looked. Whereas this seems to have much finer glitter in it. Whoa. Yeah, I really like that. It's just not too harsh looking. Sometimes it can just be a bit overkill, I think, with the glitter. But this is perfect. I think the best part with it being like a pink colour is it almost just blends in with the glittery blush that I used and my skin tone as well. That is base makeup done, so I'm just going to quickly spray my face with setting spray. This is the Rimmel one. This isn't new, I've been using this for, well, quite a while now, I think a couple of months. And this is my everyday one, I really like it. And then what I always do is just use one of the sponges to press the setting spray into the makeup. And now it is time to move on to eyes. Okay, starting with eyeshadow. Like I said, I'm going to use the other highlighter, the smaller one for eyeshadow, and then I've just got this kind of dense eyeshadow brush. Yeah, it's just a really glittery, like holographic almost white colour. And I don't have any single eyeshadows, so I might end up using this as an eyeshadow rather than a face highlighter, just because I'm not sure. Obviously I'll wait and see what it looks like, but I think looking at it in the palette, it does look like it could be a little bit too much for like a face highlighter, but for an eyeshadow, it'd be perfect. The design is so cool as well. It's got like pyramid shape to it. So glittery. Oh my gosh. That is pure glitter. Wow. It's actually so pretty though. No, I think I was right in saying it's a bit too much for a face highlighter, but for an eyeshadow, that. That's actually so nice. I'm just using another brush to get rid of all the excess because the glitter's sort of come off my eyes and gone all over my cheek. That's so pretty though. Oh my gosh, wow. Okay, next for eyebrows. The Benefit set came with a couple of products and I also bought myself an eyebrow gel. So I do want to try these. And I've got 2 clear eyebrow gels. The first is the Benefit 24-hour brow setter, just in the colour clear. And the brush on this, I haven't seen an eyebrow gel with this sort of brush before. Which, granted, the eyebrow gel I have been using is a clear mascara as well as an eyebrow gel. So the brush is like a mascara brush. So before I got this one for Christmas, I did buy myself the e.l.f. Clear Brow and Lash Mascara. The good thing about this is it's got two sides, so one of them can be used for setting my eyebrows, so it doesn't matter if that gets coloured from any products that I put underneath it. And then the other side can be used clear mascara. Yet again, because I have two products of the same thing, I'm just going to do this side with, I think this side we did the Benefit, so I'll use this one. And then this side I'll use the e.l.f. Clear Brow Gel. I'm interested to see actually what the brush is like. Ooh. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that. It's kind of harder to use, I think, than like a typical mascara type brush, but that's probably only because it's not what I'm used to. I mean, it's done the trick. My eyebrows are most definitely not moving. Yeah, it's one of those things. Clear mascara, clear eyebrow gel. There's not really an awful lot to say about it. It doesn't feel clumpy, so that's one thing to note. And then I'll use the e.l.f. one, which has a mascara type brush on the other side. Ooh, this one's got a firmer brush than the one I've been using. I prefer that though, actually. Yeah, I really like this brush. That's so easy to use. Oh yeah, no, that's my favourite. I prefer this one. That's really nice. But either way, I like both of them, so I have two new brow gels that I can be using in place of my collection one, which was the one I showed you before that I have been using, because this is just a bit gross. It was a good eyebrow gel, don't get me wrong. I liked it. That's the one I bought for my sister actually, a new one of course. But I think I've just had it for so long now that it's just getting a bit old and gross. I don't want to put that on my face anymore. Very final thing now for eyes. I'm going to try the Benefit Bad Gal Bang Mascara. Ooh, that's got a nice wand on it actually. But I'm going to curl my eyelashes first. I also feel like I'm just not really good at putting mascara on. I feel like I just don't know how to do it without making it look clumpy. And I don't know whether that's the product or me applying it. Yeah, I kind of feel this way about all mascaras though, to be honest, because I guess I don't wear it enough to get used to seeing myself with it on. So when I do, I just feel kind of weird because I look like I'm looking at spider legs. Like it's just kind of clumpy. I mean, it's made my eyelashes look longer and darker, which is what it's meant to do. But I guess I'm so used to having my eyelashes tinted and then they look dark but not clumpy, that the look of mascara, like the appearance of mascara on my eyes, I'm just not a fan of. I don't think it suits me. But that's because I don't see myself with mascara on very much. Anyway, that's the very last product apart from lips, which I do have something to try. I say try, I've used this once before. For Christmas, I put together 8 gift bags for my friends and every single person got a face mask, a body spray, a lip gloss, a lip oil or a hand cream, and a candy cane. And I had one spare leftover lip gloss and I kept for myself one of the mango ones. I've used this once when I put them all together. I'm going to use that today over the top of the Benetton. Smells, ooh. It doesn't smell like mango. It smells like some sort of medicine I had as a kid. I'm getting flashbacks, I can't put a name on it, but oh yeah, it's giving me unpleasant memories. Well, even if it doesn't smell great, it looks great. Ooh, that's super glossy. Okay, I actually do quite like that. Voila, and that is makeup finished. Also, just make sure you're aware, all of the products that I've used will be linked in the description, so if there's something that you've seen and you also want to get, I will put the links down below for you. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below if you haven't already, and turn on post notifications so you're notified every single time I post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next Sunday for another video. Bye!